Okay, so getting recorded. All right, so just come to a comfortable seat. Close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Relax the jaw, sigh it out. Do that 2 more times. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. Filling up. Emptying out. Nice. Then breathe now in and out through the nose. And just take a moment to check in with your whole being. See how you're feeling. Just notice what's going on in your physical body. Notice the state of your mind. And observe any emotions that are fluttering through your body. And take a note of your breath. How does that feel before we get moving? And then turn your attention to just some intention for the next 45 minutes. To set your mind to what it is you want to get out of this time and how you want to feel as you're doing that. And just being clear about that. Okay, and go ahead and open your eyes. And let's move to all fours and we're going to do some cat-cow to warm up. So we're going to go through our whole full body release.
Okay, I'm going to go on the other side maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, yeah, there's sometimes too much sunlight. You tell me if it's like.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's fine. Great. So all fours and just take an inhale, lift the tail and reach the heart forward. Let the belly drop. Yeah. As you exhale, tuck the tail between the legs, round the low back, round the middle back, round the upper back, drop the head. Good. Inhale, lead with the tail lifting, waving the spine forward, lengthen through the heart, through the top of the head. So try not to throw the head back. Neck is like long. Yes. And then tuck the tail, wave through the spine round. Yeah. Middle back, upper back, head drops. Good. Do that a couple more times at your own pace and starting to feel that connectedness from the tail all the way up through. Nice long neck, nice. And then tail tucks. And I'll let you go one more at your own pace. I'm really loving what I'm seeing right now because, I can, this is your dancer background, but like you really, just from the first time we met, can articulate like the lower back a lot better. And it's just the movement is a lot smoother. So hopefully it feels good.
Yeah, it does feel good. Thank you.
Good. And then go ahead and come to a neutral spine. Step your left foot on the in between your hands. Sorry, left foot in between your hands for a low lunge. So walk the foot far forward, sink down through your hips, lengthen through the spine, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Yeah, tuck the chin a little bit here. Good. And then press down into the front foot and the back foot and come up with the hands onto the thigh. Yeah. Sink down a little deeper if you can. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is it tight? And lift the right arm up and over for a side bend. And let's breathe in deep into the low belly, into the hip, into the ribs. So we're moving not just body, we're moving the organs here. So as we take a deep breath in, let everything expand and contract. Good. Bring your hands now to the floor on either side of the foot, and walk your hips back, walk your hands back, come into a half split, like hamstring stretch. Yeah, toes back towards your face. Yeah, and you can keep your knee bent, but start lifting your tail behind you. So that's going to lengthen your hamstring. And notice how that feels. You can wiggle your actually, you can rotate your whole leg in and out a little bit just to get into different parts of the hamstring. And then slowly walk your hands forward. And we're going to switch sides. So other leg forward. Setting yourself up. Ground down through the front foot and the back foot. Take your hands to your thigh. Yep. Left arm now goes up and over to the side. Good. And see how this feels compared to the other side. Usually one hip is like crankier. And breathe. Sending that breath through the torso, let the pelvic area expand and contract. Awesome. And then bring your hands on either side of the front foot. Walk it back to half split here. Yeah. Keeping the leg bent. I love you're keeping the leg bent. People always want to go for that straight leg.
My hamstrings are definitely still tight. So
Yeah. And so really kind of doing a little playful movement like this is helps ease, because sometimes we just go for the full on stretch and we want to yank, but it's like undoing a knotted shoe. You kind of have to like pry it from different directions to get it moving.
yeah, that's a good metaphor.
All right, and then walk your hands forward and bend the front knee. Curl the back toes under, lift up the back knee, and walk the hands on the inside of the front foot. And yeah, walk now. Drop the back heel and come into a wide-legged forward. Yeah, fold. Yeah.
I'm gonna take my socks off.
Oh yeah, you're slipping.
I have some cold floors.
Those are cute.
Thank you. And actually, I'm just gonna move the shades too. One sec.
Oh yeah, blinded a little bit here.
Yeah. Hopefully that's a little better. Okay. So am I bent forward?
Yeah. Forward fold, and then let's do a side lunge. So bend one knee, and then the other. Yeah. How's the inner thigh feeling?
A little crunchy.
Yeah. So all these things, the legs around the hip attached to the pelvic floor. So anytime we have restrictions in the inner thigh or the hips, it affects our pelvic function. So even if you're not experiencing any issues, it's good to, everything's connected. It's good to keep those inner thighs nice and loose if you can. All right, and then come to center, heel toe your feet a little closer together. And let's roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time. And I'd like to do, because we haven't done this one yet, it's not on my list, is I like to do a downward facing dog on the wall, with hands on the wall or hands on a chair or hands on a counter or something. So we're just gonna, so that it's not so much in the shoulders. So if you have any place you can go where you just take your hands onto even a bench, it doesn't matter. It could be the wall, like if it's a wall, just.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm in an, I see where I can go. Okay. You won't see me, but I'll.
It's okay. Yeah. So you're just gonna walk your hips back so that you can do, yeah. And you're gonna lift that tail nice and high. You can bend the knees. So if your hamstrings are tight, bend the knees a lot, lift the tail so you have a nice neutral spine. Yeah, just let the head hang. And then pedal out the legs, like bend one knee and then the other. So you shift the hips. And how does that feel?
Good. It's like a relatively gentle hamstring stretch.
Yes, and this is great just for an overall, like you don't have to get on the floor if you're ever feeling like kind of kinked up. You just put your hands anywhere, wall, counter, bench, chair, whatever.
Okay.
And do this and let everything hang. It's great for the shoulders too. Good. And then come on up. And let's just roll out the shoulders. And inhale, take the arms wide. Now we're gonna do a little self massage today, and I want you to just get a sense of, without boinking your ribs out, how far back can you reach your arms and how your chest muscles feel?
The
Right?
left is way tighter than the right.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is some self massage. So if you're going to get your ball, so you have the slightly bigger one, but I think it's going to be fine.
Okay.
And I'll show you. Do you happen to have yoga blocks? I don't need them right now, but I just
Yeah,
want to.
I do. They might be upstairs, but I have two.
That's okay. I just wanted. I'll give you a variation that you could do, um, on your own.
Okay.
So chest, we're going to roll out the chest. It's like an area like that rarely ever gets massaged.
Yeah.
And are you breastfeeding?
Yeah.
Okay. So just know that sometimes this actually can cause a letdown. So,
Okay.
I mean, see how it feels, but like, so we're gonna take the ball on like one side. I usually like to cross over so that, just hold with my hand. And you want to feel your collarbone, right? And we're gonna roll underneath the collarbone, so not on it,
Yeah.
but below. And we're gonna start like on the inside of the sternum, just like under the collarbone,
Okay.
and just start to make circles and roll. I kind of like to keep my hand on and roll across the bottom of the collarbone
Okay.
in little circles. How does that feel?
Good.
And so, and you can go all the way up to the outer arm bone and then back.
Okay.
And so, and you can use, just hold the ball and like do it a little more firmly if you want, like this,
Okay.
and just see how does your chest feel.
Yeah, it's there's like feels like a line of tightness here.
Yeah, right. So this is like it's very gentle. You can do it this way. The other thing, the reason why I ask if you have a block, because it really very powerful, but like sometimes intense way. You don't have to do this now. I just want to show you. Is
Okay.
you take a block on the wall and you take the ball to the wall and you kind of lean into it. And that gives you like a lot more
Wait,
pressure.
where does the block go exactly?
We put the block like on a wall
And
and then put the ball on top of the block.
oh,
Just to
okay.
give you some, because like right now I'm hitting the wall.
Yeah.
Or you do it against a corner,
Okay.
and that is really intense, but you can get deeper in. Right, let's just do the other side. Yeah, I'll do something else. There's one more thing I want to show you. Oh dear, I hope my battery doesn't die.
Oh no.
No, I'm good. I should be okay. I should shut down my other windows though. So roll that side for a little bit as I close my other windows,
Yeah.
just so that I don't lose you. This craziness. Okay. And then the other really cool thing is to, and if you're skin to skin, so ball to skin, take the ball right under the collarbone and just like pull down, like if you drag down, because it pulls the skin with it, right?
Yeah.
And then drop your head back. So like pull and hold, just keep like pulling and holding the ball in one place. Don't move it anymore. And then drop the head. You feel that? And
Yeah.
then down. And so you can move the head and straight back or to the side, the opposite way, away from the ball.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a really great way to get at like neck tension.
Yeah.
Right. So do that a couple times. Oh God, everything's cracking. And then do the other side. So you find a spot, pull down, move the head away. And I love this one. It's like so simple.
Yeah.
And just try to keep the jaw relaxed. And it's good even for like working, right? Because you can do this at a desk or whatever. All right, I could teach a whole workshop, which I do on this. I miss teaching it in person. What? But you can put your ball down now, and I just want you to recheck and see like how this feels now. We just did a little bit, but
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Super powerful, right? To use these because it's like a couple minutes and like you get a big effect.
Yeah. Totally.
So, something to play with throughout your day. Okay, so let's get moving. Gonna pull up my timer. We're gonna do bear with me 1 second. This is week 3. Okay, so just to walk through what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some supine marching, which I think you said last week. You were doing that in like Pilates, right? That was, or you did
Yeah,
it?
I was trying to remember. That's basically similar to toe taps, right?
Yes, exactly. Mhm.
Yeah, I've been playing around with that. It's shocking how
Hard it is.
hard it is. It's like, oh my God. It's just, it makes you realize like it's a reality check of how much things get
Have
Yeah.
shifted. And it's okay. You'll get there, but you have to start, you have to start like from the beginning
Yeah.
or from wherever you are,
Yeah.
because for some people it's harder and for some people it's easier. Okay, so we're going to be doing glute bridges with arm press. The 2 new exercises we're going to add are scapular push-ups and, oh, actually we have 3. So our push movement is going to be scapular push-ups. So that's shoulder blade push-ups. So instead of doing like push, I like to start to build the muscles between the back to start activating those muscles because they get really taxed, right? So you're going to start, and I'll just demonstrate like as if you wrong place. As if you're like in a plank and you're
Okay.
going to move your upper arm bones back, so your shoulder blades come together.
Okay.
And then you're going to push like you're going to do a plank, push and draw the shoulder blades apart. So together and apart.
Okay.
So that might take a little while to get that movement down.
Are we doing this just sitting?
We're going to do it sitting, or you can do it on all 4s. So
Okay.
you can have the option to do that.
Okay.
And then, you know what? I'm just going to start the circuit and I'll explain as we go. And then you could just keep, we can keep going. So let's come onto your back.
Okay. Maybe I'll put you back where.
Yeah. I think back there was better.
Okay.
Perfect. And then come onto your back and let's just do a couple rounds of core breathing. So just to get your core pump going.
Yeah.
So find a nice neutral spine, a little bit of space between the low back and the floor. Sorry.
I have a feeling the baby is going to be coming down the stairs in a moment.
Oh no, I hear that.
The question is whether he'll need to feed, in which case I wonder if there are things we can talk through or I can watch you do while I'm feeding. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, all right, so let's just see some supine marching. Instead of doing the circuit, then we'll go through the exercises.
Okay.
And see what, yeah.
So I'll confess, this was one where I didn't get to watch the video of this part. So I was doing it based on what felt okay / what I remembered from what I used to do. So I was holding behind the knees and I was just playing around with dropping.
Got it.
Tell me what I should do differently though.
Yeah, you're good. And so now you just add the breath. So inhale to lower, exhale to lift.
Okay.
Good. And see if you can, are you pressing your low back down? I can't see.
I'm doing my best, to press it.
So I don't want you to press your low back down. That's the point. So little different here. Let's, instead of bringing both legs up, keep your feet on the ground. Come to neutral spine on the floor. So you like press, let's start in the press down position. And then roll your pelvis forward so there's a little space between your, yes, right there. Okay, maintain that, right? Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw everything in and up and then lift one leg up into your tabletop.
But
Just
don't
one leg.
press
But don't tuck. Don't tuck. Yeah. How's that? Is that harder?
No, that's easier.
Okay, so maintain that space between the low back and the floor. Lift one leg up on an exhale, and then lift the other leg up. Keep exhaling. All right. All right, so now try to do toe taps that way.
So I'm trying to feel like knit up here, but not tucked.
Yes.
Okay.
Because your back muscles should be working. as well, instead of turning the back off.
I think that's part of why that was so difficult for me.
But like like a lot of trainers and everything, they'll say press your low back on the floor. But it turns your back off, it turns your glutes off. Like you wanna, I teach like whole core function, so you gotta use those muscles too.
This feels much better.
Oh, good. Okay.
Than what I was doing.
Awesome. And then you can, if you want, take your arms straight up, and you don't have to, like just straight up to the ceiling. Yep. Mm-hmm. How's that feel?
Fine.
Good. So the progression of this is you move alternate arm and leg, like if you wanted to.
Like.
Yeah, I know. It's like that. I know. Don't ask me. Just move your arms. I always get it wrong too. Don't worry about it. All right. So the new exercises I want to show you. It sounds quiet now. What happened?
My husband worked some magic, I guess.
Okay. Let's just move through the exercises then. So we're going to do glute bridges with arm press. So arms straight up over your chest.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Inhale here. Exhale, press. Folding in half at the hips as you come down. Inhale. Yeah. Exhale, lift the hips, press. Awesome. Do that a few times. Turn your toes in a little bit. You can even, if you have a Pilates ball or a little pillow or something to put in between your legs, you could do that. That helps.
Oh, okay.
Keep things activated there. Good. And then do one more. Awesome. And then relax that down. Come on to all fours. So this is where we're going to do scapular push-ups on all fours. So just like hands right under the shoulders. So back your hands up a little bit more, because your knees are not under your hips either. So you can, yeah, there you go. Okay, so spread your fingers nice and wide. Keep your spine as neutral as you can here. And then the motion's just going to happen in your shoulder blades, not in your spine, right? So see if you can just drop your heart towards the floor and let your shoulder blades come together. Yep. Nice. And then push into the floor, let your shoulder blades come apart. Push away.
Push away and let
them
apart like
Yep. There. Yeah. And then keeping your elbow straight, spine neutral, just let your heart come down, shoulder blades come together. Yeah. And then push away. There you go. And don't round so much, just like keep the spine long. I just want your shoulder blades coming apart. Yep. And then go back and forth now between letting that heart sag, shoulder blades together. Awesome. And then away. Nice. Do that a few more times. You got that. Is that hard?
Not too much.
Yeah, okay. But usually when we do like push-ups, we don't have a stable shoulder girdle.
Yeah.
And you want to be not sagging down, but you want to be more, not all the way up around it, but somewhere in the middle where there's like activation, right, of the shoulder blade area.
I'm working out like on the outside of my arms.
Yeah. Okay. So that's scapular push-up.
Okay.
Come up to stand, and we have the next exercise, and this is more, I'm working on the upper back, is chest fly. Okay. So we're going to take like a mini squat, take your arms in front, like make a fist, like you're holding dumbbells, and we're just going to bring the elbows out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together.
Okay.
Another shoulder blade worker, right?
Yeah.
Back and squeeze. So you can do this with or without weights, but like even without weights, it makes your upper back work, right? And this is the reverse of the action that we normally do with the baby. So this is really going to be helpful for carrying.
Where do you look?
So right in front of you, down. So again, you want to, like, if you look at me, you want a neutral neck. So you don't want to be looking like that. Okay. Right. Awesome. And next we have squat. So to our squat, because we did the squats right before, just like a regular squat, we're going to add a pull down. So
Okay.
you can reach up and then like you're doing a pull up, you're going to pull your arms down. And again, this is nice. So shoulder blades are going to engage on the back.
Okay.
Awesome. And I like teaching like a pull-up kind of motion, but you can also do like a front row, like a reach and pull.
I think it's better for my upper back if I do it this way.
Okay. So arms up as you sit. Yeah. Yep. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. The next exercise is the new one, hip hiker. So you're gonna, if you want to hold on to something, you can. You don't have to.
Okay.
You're going to balance on your right foot
Okay.
and just let it's actually helpful if you have a step stool. You don't need it right now, but just if you're doing
I
this
have
on your
one
own.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like a little, like a low
Yeah,
one.
yeah, perfect. Yeah. Just so stand with your right foot on the stool and let your left leg dangle. So stand up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you're going to balance on that right leg. Yeah. Put your hands on your hips. Just let the left leg go. Like relax it. Yep. And then you're going to push into that right heel and let your left hip come up towards your ear. Yep. Just let the leg loose and then drop the hip down. So we're actually, you're going to,
Okay.
yeah, this is why I say like a hold. So reach that right hip out and then draw it back in. That's another way of thinking of it. So yes. So this is, I'd like to call the hello sailor, like, but it's this hip. Can you feel that? Right hip. Don't bend the knee so much. Just like keep it in the hips. Hip out, hip in. You feel it?
Yes.
Doesn't take long.
Outside of this.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
And the reason why I teach this is because it's important for lunges to help stabilize the pelvis.
Okay.
All right, so now switch legs. Try the same thing on the other side. So you're going to stick that left hip out and then draw it in. So the more motion you can get in and out and keeping that left leg straight, it's all going to happen at this hip joint, and that's really good for building up the muscles here.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. It's funny, yeah. And this you could do with the baby, right? This is a great baby pose, right? Stick it out and in.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And you could just do it standing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But work those muscles, so important. Okay, so now lunges. This we haven't done, so I'd like to see how you feel lunging. Step your left foot back, right foot forward. Yep. And then you can put your hands on your hips. Lower your back knee towards the ground. And then press through both feet, come back up.
Okay.
Does that feel balance-wise?
Okay.
Lower down. Press up. That looks good. So now we're going to add some breathing.
Okay.
We're going to inhale as we lower down. Start your exhale. Keep exhaling to come up. So you're going to engage the core to come up. So you want to think about this little hip hiker thing we were doing with the hip. That muscle is going to help you come up. It's going to help you maintain balance and stability, right?
Okay.
How does that feel?
Good.
So using both legs, using your whole body as much as possible to make that movement happen. Awesome. So let's step it forward and switch sides. Good. Lower the right knee down. Inhale. Exhale as you come up to stand. Good. And every time you breathe is an opportunity to engage those deep core muscles. So really make sure when you exhale, you're getting that sensation of the belly, the back, the pelvic floor kind of pumping together to support you. Awesome. Okay. And then rest, shake it out. So let's go through one more time all the exercises. I'll actually run the loop, the timer this time.
Okay.
So it's about 40 seconds each exercise.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I have one question I want to ask you at the end about glutes in general, but
Okay.
nothing about the exercises yet.
Okay. So go ahead and come to the floor. We'll start with supine marching. Setting yourself up with a little space between your low back and the floor. If you want your arms on your belly or overhead. Okay, and I'm going to set the timer. So go ahead and begin.
So.
Yep. And then tap one leg down, inhale, exhale. Breathe in and out. And so just staying with that, if that's feeling good and challenging enough. If you feel like you get to a point where you need a little more, you can extend the leg longer, like doesn't have to go. It can be more like a.
Here for now till I get it stable.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Like I'm all for just doing the basic. Okay, and rest. Setting up for glute bridge, so heels nice and close to the hips, arms straight overhead. Good. And go ahead and begin. Good. Awesome. Squeeze the glutes. If you need to put your hands on your glutes to feel them, you can do that. And actually, go ahead and lift and hold, and just keep your glutes there. Yeah. And then you can move your arms, but just let your glutes, your hips stay lifted. Okay, and then lower down. Coming to all fours for scapular push-ups. And go ahead and begin. Let the heart sink down. Shoulder blades come together. And then push into the floor. Shoulder blades come apart. All the way down to the floor. The heart. Create a valley between your shoulder blades, nice, and then push apart. Nice. And as you're doing this, notice if your shoulders are hiking up towards your ears. Try to keep that neck nice and long. Good. And rest, come to stand for chest flies. So getting your arms at a 90-degree angle. And you can even do this just like standing up straight.
Okay.
But, you know, I like to do a little forward lean because it gives you some core work as well. And you can even go all the way to like a more of a 90-degree angle if you wanted. That's going to just make it harder. But, you know, then you can like make it as hard as you want.
Yeah.
Working that upper back and the arms. Awesome. And squat with arm pull down. So when you sit, you're going to reach the arms overhead. Inhale here, exhale, pull. I think we talked about this last time. Come onto your toes. Yes.
Okay.
As you come up.
Oh yeah. Like all the way up, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. Exhale, engage the core system. Good. Inhale, lower down. Exhale.
Yeah.
This is a great multi-joint, multi-muscle pose. Yeah.
It takes me a sec to like get forward and engage there. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Mhm. Awesome. Okay, go ahead and rest. Doing hip hikers, so standing, and you don't have to stand on the stool if you don't want to, just standing on your right leg
Okay.
and shoot your right hip out to the side and then drop.
It's such a funny thing to get in one's body, this one.
Yeah, you can just plant your foot like a kickstand
Okay.
and just do
Okay.
bump,
Okay.
bump, but really push into that standing leg.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever done belly dancing?
No.
It's so much fun. And this is like, a belly dance.
Yeah.
Switch legs. Oh, hip out to the side. My hip doesn't want to go that way. Out and in.
Okay.
So just making sure that movement's coming from the standing leg and not so much the other leg.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
And rest. And then we've got, the last thing is the lunge. So we're going to come to static lunge left and left leg back. Yep. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale, both feet press up to stand. So this is a great one to do with baby.
Okay.
It's harder, so you can shorten your stance.
Okay.
You would hold your baby and sit them on your thigh facing out, right? So you can kind of support and then switch legs. Yeah, you don't have to go so long if you're adding weight to this.
Okay.
Lower down, but you look great. I would even say you can make your stance a little shorter even by yourself, just a pinch. Yeah. Awesome. Back knee, yeah. It's more functional that way. Like,
yeah.
We're not going for the stretch here. We're going for
Yeah.
the function of like getting up off the floor kind of movement, right?
Okay.
So that's really what that is, right? That's a lunge, getting up off the floor.
Okay.
All right. And that's the last exercise.
Cool.
How do those feel?
They feel good. They feel challenging in a good way. Hi, baby.
Oh, she's here.
Do you want to meet him?
That was a boy.
I have a question for you, but can I ask you now about the glute thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do it.
Oh, yeah.
So what I was just realizing as I did, this is Kai.
Oh my goodness. I miss teaching with babies. How sweet. Oh, okay, you're killing me.
Thank you.
I don't get to squeeze anybody. All right.
Yeah, that's right. That's part of the fun, right?
Yeah.
So
Squeeze them and give them back.
Exactly. I was realizing that like when I was working on the glute bridges and then just like playing around with using my glutes more in general as I like play around with core engagement, that like I feel so much more supported in my core when I engage my glutes, like if I'm standing. But
Yeah.
it's cheating, or are glutes part of this whole system?
Oh, it is not cheating. That
Okay.
is part of the whole system for sure.
Okay. So engaging glutes as part of that exhale wouldn't be like taking away from the pelvic floor work.
No, as long as you're not like only like overriding all the other muscles with your glutes, but that's usually unlikely because
Okay.
most women don't like use the glutes.
Yeah. I think I'm remembering something from dance, like where if you're turned out, you're engaging your glutes and then it kind of like powers a lot of the other movement. So
Yeah.
I don't want to overdo it, but
you want is the balance, right? So you want this orchestra, right? You want all the instruments playing.
Yeah.
So that it's not just like the back, the core, whatever. It's everything working together. Baby.
I'm giving him a pacifier so we can talk for a second.
Aww.
Okay, so you're
But
saying
yeah,
try to find a balance between using the glutes and the other things. Don't let the glutes do all the work.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate the extra time. I'm sorry about the mix up earlier.
Oh, no worries. And I just love to see the little one. So
Aw,
it's a treat. Oh, so sweet.
Thank you so much for everything, Mary. And I'll see
You're
you
welcome.
at 10:45 next week.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good. Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye.
Bye.